Draw the image separately on each one of them. Jake, let's read 9b.
M angle AGB equals 7x plus 15. M angle BGD equals 4x. Find x.
So we're looking at AGB. So here's AGB. Is that the right one?
Yeah.
So AGB. And then we're looking at BGD. So are we looking at basically a straight line here?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and just draw that part. So here I have point AD, my endpoints. And then I have G somewhere. And then B is stemming off of the G. And let's fill in the given info. So AGB is 7x plus 15. Oh, there you go. Is that better? And then we have BGD is 4x. Do I set them equal to each other?
Yeah.
Wait, you look.
Plus them equals
Plus them and then 180. Very good. So we have 7x plus 15 plus 4x must be 180. Let's go ahead and solve for x. Do your algebra 1. Is something in the 2 digits? Anyone get 15? Yay. 15, and we're done, right? Let's go back to the question. It says find x, and we did. Always go back to the question, because I may be asking you to find a specific angle measurement instead. Okay, questions on this? Good? All right, let's go on to number 10. Okay, Allie, let's read number 10, please.
D is the midpoint of CE.
Mm-hmm.
E has coordinates of -3, -2, and D has coordinates of 2.5 and 1. Find the coordinates of C.
Okay, I'm gonna struggle with the spacing, so if you can control it, cool. If not, you have the back page. The first thing we should do is what? Draw the image. So D is the midpoint of CE. So here's my CE. If you think you need more room, I will write it on the back. For the midpoint, can I put it anywhere in between?
No.
Exactly in the middle. So here I have these two are congruent. So E has coordinates of -3, -2. D has coordinates of 2.5, 1. And let's talk about labeling, because that's where some of you guys might mess up. The endpoints are the ones with the 1 and the 2. So that means this endpoint is x1 and y1. That's the unknown. And then the other endpoint is x2 and y2. And the midpoint alone is denoted by x, y. Before I plug anything in, what should I do? Write down the formula. So it's the midpoint. So we have the average of the x's and then the average of the y's. The good news is we have the midpoint, right?
Yes.
So in place of the capital M, we're going to put in 2.5, 1. And then for the x1, it's going to be the unknown. If I do plus the negative, I guess I'll just leave that alone. You could just write minus if you want. And then y1 plus a -2 divided by 2. So we are going to set them equal to each other. So the x's are going to be equal to each other. And then the y's are going to be equal to each other. Now this is not a different color. That's not clever. Do I do pink yet? No? So these two are going to be equal to each other. Well, that works out. So I have x1, I'm going to write -3, divided by 2 is equal to 2.5. And y1 minus 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. All right, the first one, we're going to multiply by 2. What is 2.5 times 2? 5. What is 5 plus 3?
8.
So we know x1 is 8. The next one. 1 times 2 is? 2 plus 2 is? So we know y1 is 4. But then, of course, it has to be an order pair, meaning in parentheses, 8 comma 4. All right. The next one is our distance, and I think I'm going to just kind of carry on with this. So this is number 10. That's number 11. All right, Ethan, let's read number 11, please.
Find the distance between 4,
Mhm.
-5, and -2, -8.
Okay, I'm going to write out the 2 points. So it was 4, -5, since we have to label them. -2, -8. Boom. So the first one is x1 and y1, x2 and y2. Should you know the formula?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to write it as you say it. D is equal to, not me alone, everybody. Square root, x2 minus x1 all squared, plus y2 minus y1 all squared. And then let's plug it in. Be careful with the signs. So we have our D is equal to square root. What's in place of x2?
-2.
-2. And then we have minus x1 is 4 all squared. Then I have y2 is -8. And let's be careful for the next one. Because I have double negative, we're going to write plus 5. Okay, I'm going to circle this part right here. When you square something, should you ever get a negative? No. So when you're squaring something on the test and you go, why did I get a negative answer? You've messed up, okay? So I'm not going to worry about the square root yet, so leave that alone. In the inside is -6, right?
Yeah.
-6 times another -6 is 36. The next one in the inside is going to result in -3. Times another -3 is 9. So then we have to simplify the radical. That's going to give us 45, right? Okay, let's see if you recall 1.6. When I see 45, I think of the greatest possible perfect factor as radical 9. Is it 9 times 5, right? And that is a perfect square of what? 3. So we have 3 radical 5. So the answer that I'm wanting is this, not prior to that, because you didn't simplify it all the way.